Hello everybody. Good. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say good afternoon. Happy blessed Monday. And so this is me making a video right after I just made those other videos. But hey, I'm gonna have to make this quick because I'm limited. But I want to talk about like how people are like with charades. Like, you know how that is. It's a game that people play where they're like you have to personate something or somebody and you gotta figure out who it is. Now in life, people do this all day long. Charade to put on, it's a facade, they carry on in life. And it's like when you think about it when it comes down to divorce or marriage, the same thing can take place. And I want to speak about this because you know people get divorced and all that jazz. Sometimes it can be divorced, but then it can be like like how can it be? I don't know if people can say it's divorce, say like you with somebody and something happens to an individual, like that's considered something else. But it's just interesting because people put on, and it may be because some initially they it was some feeling. Obviously, people had future, that's why they got married. But down the road, it's like people are not being themselves or they're being killed from being themselves, right? So I say this to say because even with divorces and things that happen to people who are married, it may not be what it seems. You feel me? Like it may be like a person wanting to be, for instance, interested in another sex, and by being with an individual that they're married with, they can't really do that. Or even if they feel that they could do that, even after divorce, they're being away, but it's not because if I say if a person is in a position they're ashamed, they feel like they can be judged, they're not truly being who they are. But it's like charade, it's like facade, it's stuff being upheld and like stuff being put on. So I don't know, just stop to speak about that because it was just interesting just thinking about that game and thinking about how people are, like I said, with how they carry themselves, like they do things on a day to day. And have a parade, right? A show, if you want to say it like that. And like, we would like, have people ever think like when things happen, it may not be like, which like I said, people can divorce and all that, but it may not really be like that. It may be, obviously, it's deeper if you understand what I'm saying. So it's interesting. Like it's like an example, a woman being married to a man, and she really might have went through some things, abuse wild or something, and she had to get out of the situation. So it's like you want a divorce, but maybe it wasn't that simple. And maybe the person didn't want or was not into a man per se, maybe was into another sex, the other sex. So in order for them to live their life totally, they felt like they had to get a divorce or something happened to said individual, and then they go out of the situation. So yeah, y'all, that's just a message. But like, comment, and share, guys, and like this is me making a video literally like 30 minutes or more after I made those other videos, which this is really, I'm probably go live in a bit. Like, comment, share, follow me if you have also support because like it's real, y'all. I'm trying to figure. I need a screwdriver or something. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix this. I gotta get up out of here. But like, comment, share for the real ones. Only the real ones that's playing this. I'm not judging. Like obviously things that we judge when it's like messed up, extreme things happening. People being like, what the freak? But yeah, positive vibes. Like, comment, share. Like I said.